switch through the city lights. Cars talking till morning light. Remember feet.
Welcome, everybody, to Baseball Projection TV. That was Kitties on the Town by Astor Smith. And today I'm going to go over the players who, flip side of the first video is the players who are the most improved projections. Now we're going to look at the ones whose projections have gotten the worst since the start of the 2025 season. So, starting the list, at number 10 is Garrett Mitchell of the Brewers. Mitchell is a center fielder. He's a good defensive player. Last year, he hit fairly well in limited playing time. This year, he's not hitting at all. He has not hit a home run yet. He's hitting .206, on base average under 300, slugging average also under 300. Number 9 is another Brewer. This is Joey Ortiz. Now, he moved from third base over to shortstop in the offseason after, they lost their free agent superstar. Ortiz is, he was an league average hitter last year. This year, he is anything but. He's hitting .176. He only has one home run in 40 games. So there's plenty of time that he can turn that around, but it's not a good start for him. Number 8 is the Pasquatch, Vinny Pasquantino of the Royals. Vinny his strikeout rate is up a little bit. His walk rate is down a bit from last year. He's still hitting for about the same power, but his batting average is only .223. His on-base percentage is only .270. He's got the potential to be a good hitter. One of the really cool things about him his first couple of years is, for a guy who's got good power, he had a very low strikeout rate. He struck out a little bit more this year, and he's not hitting the ball harder to make up for it. So he's got some work to do. Number 7 is, not sure how this guy got in there, but Johnny Pareda. He's a backup catcher for the Athletics. He's not hitting. He's batting .194, but it's only 31 at bats. I don't know. I don't think anyone really expected him to hit anyway. Number 6 is Gio Urshela, another Athletic. They were probably hoping that he could give a little bit more than this. He's hitting .233, which in today's world means only slightly below average batting average, but he doesn't walk at all. He's not hitting for any power. He has not hit a home run yet this year. He's only scored 3 runs in 29 games, which is kind of amazing. He's 33 years old. His defense is not what it was a couple of years ago, so he's probably getting towards the end of the line there as soon as they come up with a prospect who at least has the potential to be better. Number 5 is Andrew Vaughn of the White Sox. He was, in 2019, he was the 3rd overall pick. I think he was considered the best first baseman / outfielder. He was considered the best hitter out of the draft. There was some promise when he first came up. I mean, his average wasn't terrible. He hit for some power. He had 21 home runs in 2023. There was room to grow, but he hasn't grown. In fact, this year he's regressed quite a bit. Now he's hitting .191. He's not walking at all, striking out a lot, and he's got 5 home runs, but that's not enough if you're not doing anything else. So he is 27 years old, and he's got to step it up, or he's going to find himself replaced. Number 5 is Taylor Ward. Now, I ran these numbers a couple days ago, so this does not include last night's game. The reason I'm wearing Angels gear today, I was actually originally planning on wearing Blue Jays gear today. But I decided to switch over to the Angels because last night they had one of their rare highlights. The Angels haven't given you a lot of highlights in the last decade or so, but last night they were down 2 runs in the 9th against the Padres. They got a couple people on base. They drew a couple bases loaded walks, even though there was some very high efforts to avoid that kind of outcome. Like Moncada was swinging it 3 or 4 pitches above the strike zone, fouling him off before he finally laid off one low in the zone. So he took the game tying walk. And then it came down to Taylor Ward, 2 outs, bases loaded. He had a grand slam to make everything really fun for the Angels fans. Taylor Ward he's got some home runs. He's got 9 home runs this year, but he's batting only 190. His walks are down, only 9 there. His base percentage 232. This is a guy who, over the last 5 years, has given the Angels a solid on-base presence. They've used him quite often as a leadoff hitter, but 232 on-base average, that's pretty bad. So hopefully last night was the start of an effort for him to turn things around. Number 4, Michael Massey of the Kansas City Royals. Second baseman, he is hitting only 213, but much worse than that is, he's only walked 4 times, so his on-base average is a mere 234. He's not a power hitter. He wasn't really a high on-base guy coming into the league, but 234 is just well below replacement level. So, number 3 is, for the Reds, Matt McLain. Now, McLain, he missed all of last season with an injury. He might still be, recovering. He might not be 100%. I'm not really sure. I don't follow the Reds on a day-to-day basis, but 2 years ago, he was incredible. I mean, he came up, he played shortstop for them, finished 5th in the Rookie of the Year, slugged over 500. He had 16 home runs in just over half a season. He ran well. He had 290. That was the same year as Ellie De La Cruz came up, and De La Cruz was wowing everybody with the StatCast metrics. So I'll look at his sprint speed here. Look at his arm from shortstop. But McLain may not have the same physical skills. He outplayed De La Cruz by a mile in their rookie year. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to build on with the injury. And this year, he's hitting a mere 165 as he's moved over to second base. He's got a couple home runs. He's 10 for 10 in stolen base opportunities, so he's still running well, but he's really just got to bring that batting average up. I mean, his walk rate's not bad. He's got 20 walks in 33 games. So, it's batting average is not not the same stat it used to be, 100 years ago, 50 years ago, whatever, but, even if you're doing everything else, 165 is not going to cut it. So, number 1, the player whose projection has most suffered this year is Jock Peterson of the Rangers. He is batting 127. His on-base percentage, 239. He has hit a mere 1 home run, playing in 36 games. They don't play him against lefties. He has 3 at-bats all year against lefties. He's been a platoon player for most of his career. That's nothing new there, but he's not hitting right-handers at all. And as a designated hitter, you look at that, 127 batting average with, very limited power. How did baseball teams get that kind of production for most of baseball history? They got it. That's what the pitchers hit. So if Peterson is hitting that as a DH, then his time in this league is not going to last too much longer. I mean, he hit very well last year, and maybe he'll turn things around, but he's got a lot of work to do. Otherwise, Texas might need to say, maybe we need to increase offense in this by using a designated hitter so our designated hitter doesn't have to hit. So, Peterson is looking at his splits. His home stats are hard to believe. He is 2 for 49 at home without an extra base hit or an RBI. He scored 1 run at home. he hasn't been good on the road, but at least he's been, comparatively, that's where all of his damage has happened. Against lefties, he has 7 plate appearances, only 3 at bats. He's over 3, but he has walked 4 times. So maybe his best strategy against lefties is just keep the bat on his shoulder. So, in any case, if you like this video and want to see more, please go ahead and subscribe and click that thumbs up button on there. That really helps. I didn't see a lot of thumbs up last time on there. Especially if you're a friend of mine, or you follow me on Twitter or Blue Sky. If you want to give it a check it out. Hit the thumbs up button. It doesn't subscribe you or anything. It doesn't mean you're going to get flooded with emails, but it will definitely help the channel. So anyway, until next time. Next time will be I'll start on the pitchers. Peace out. Is Baseball Projection TV. Bye.